now?
Should we take notes on this?
Well, I would write it down.
Yeah, our calculator. Take a picture.
When you graph a quadratic, you have three choices. Either it crosses at 2 points, which this says is two real solutions, right here. Or by some chance, your quadratic might just come down and touch the x-axis at that 1 point. Why is this doing this? Which means it only have one answer. Or there's that possibility that when you graph your thing, your parabola doesn't cross the x-axis, so there's no solution. No answer. So those are your two choices, three choices. Sorry. Which leads us to example 1. Turn the page there. Here you go. You're going to have to think slowly as I go through this slowly. Because this will make absolutely no sense to you unless you're listening carefully. Actually, no. I want you to go to, let's do page 672, letter C. By the way, you could always do the quadratic equation, which we already learned. Negative 3x squared, but you won't get it. Sometimes that's pretty tough to get into real form.
Are we doing this on a calculator?
You're not doing it on the calculator until I tell you to take out your calculator. You just have to get this part of it first here. Okay, first thing first, yes, and we are going to graph this using a calculator, but don't take it out just yet. Because you will never get this without a little explanation here. In order to graph it with the calculator, the first thing you have to do is write it in standard form, which means set it equal to 0 or make it function in functional notation or whatever you want to call it. That just means move everything to the left side where you get this, the function of x or y, if you like, it doesn't matter what you say there, equals what? Negative 3x squared plus 5x, but you need to move the 7 to the other side so it becomes a positive 7. Are you with? Are you down with that? You catch that? You're just putting all your numbers on one side. It doesn't matter if you call it that or this. Now, if you can catch that, here is your gist. And I'm going to pull out my calculator, which looks just like yours. I can't remember, we didn't do any of this, did we?
Should we pull out ours?
Yes, take yours out now. And I suppose somebody hit, Caitlin, will you turn off this bank of light so you can see here? It should look a lot like yours, does it? Do it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks
It's kind of spiffy, isn't it?
It is.
I was thinking quite realistic.
I can't. All right. So turn it on. Just turn it on. I believe that's the on button. Hit y equals. I think that's it, is it not? And you'll get that thing that looks there. And you are just going to enter.
Top left corner.
Here, camera actions, look. Push this button here. That's same on your calculator. Okay. Now you have to be careful when you do this because it doesn't like for minus 3x squared. It likes the negative 3x squared, which is this bad boy here, as opposed to hitting the minus sign there. I tried it. Well, at least when I tried it, I put minus 3x squared. It didn't like that. And when you do x squared, please look up here because I don't want to give you. When you want to put the letter x, you don't put the times sign or whatever here. The letter x comes from this right there, that whatever that button is there that says link, it's got x, theta, data, eta, and some other Greek and Latin symbols. So here's what it looks like. You're going to push this button, and you get the minus sign. You're going to push the number 3, because it's the number 3. To get x squared, you have to push that little button that has an x on it, and then the button that has the square thing on it right here. And it'll show negative 3x squared. Did you catch? Did everybody got to that point? I'm not going any farther till you get there.
So much time. 5 minutes.
Willman, you got Atkins under control there?
Well, no, I think it like numbers.
Plus 5x, so that's the addition sign, the 5, and that same x button, don't put times, it's 5x, not 5 times. And then plus 7. Don't do anything, everybody's got that there.
Now do we press enter?
If you push enter, it'll ask you to enter another equation in there. That's if you're graphing like multiple things on one thing. We're not. We're only going to do one, and that's where you would push the word graph.
Error.
I got some thoughts.
You are an error.
I got
You are an error. Mine said error.
It's like
Looks
like it's
the exact same thing.
Mine
Now, can I tell you, your calculator and my calculator are identical. If you did the same thing that I did, you will get that.
I did. I did some error.
Wait, press ref.
Then there's some difference.
It's like that.
Okay, let me.
Oh, no, I think-
I got it.
Three.
No, I got it.
Oh,
That's
Oh,
what it says.
Doesn't work.
Mia's was like moves down a little bit.
Yeah, mine just
Wait, Cam, is it like a same line?
I think, wait, no, I think that you need to change this.
Yeah, there's going to be some setting. How many? Raise your hand if you actually got it to do that.
I remember you.
I'm smart. I don't have my calculator.
Didn't work.
Exactly.
You had an error really right. I do not have. Why don't you stop messing with stuff? I do have just. Press clear.
Who? Minus.
It's moved down.
It looks like we are in like push the dots or
It's like download
it worked. No error. Window ring. Maybe? Wait, how did you get it to not work?
It might be settings are wrong.
No, my settings were fine. I just pressed wrong.
We gotta go somewhere in your settings as to what your things are. What's it doing?
Wait, Alex, go to window.
Here, I'll show you how to do it. First
Oh,
grade.
Alright,
Mr. Hunt.
wait. Take a look at your thing here. We're gonna look at some stuff here.
Where's mine already right?
If yours isn't working, make sure your settings are set to those.
Oh, I heard that.
Oh.
Taylor is a genius.
How do you get to
I never thought I'd say that.
Oh, thank
Taylor is the goat.
How do you
That's right.
Push the button that says window.
one?
It goes.
Okay, I am -6.
What this does is probably the reason it didn't graph it is because your graph is zoomed to a different part that it doesn't actually show up on the window you're looking at. You want your x min to be -10, your x max to be 10.
Yes.
Scale is 1, y min -10, y max scale is 1, resolution 1.
It worked for me, it reminded me.
Try to change those and see if you get everything the same.
I fixed out.
That's not a graph.
Yeah.
Or you sound like shit.
Everybody get a graph of that?
Okay, I figured out stuff.
Mia's.
-10 to 10, -10, 10, 10, everything else is 1.
Okay, I tried.
Never
Window frame. Wait, did you get it?
Windows.
Yeah, I did that. Did you get it, Keelan? Oh, the first one was -10. That's
That.
How do you get out of this?
Yours messed up.
Wait, Mr. Hunt, okay.
That I don't know.
Or-
I have to look.
No, it still says invalid.
Texas Instruments is the brand.
I don't know. We'll worry about that.
Mr. Ron,
Okay.
mine still says invalid.
What?
Mine still says invalid.
Atkins, can you help her out here?
I came, I'm trying to type it in again.
I can help. I like helping.
Invalid dimension.
What do you plug into the bottom of the
No.
It's like if you want to download something on your like if you want to
Put
like
minus
maybe
10 or
calculator,
No, it's more, yeah, well, it's more designed to like have something so you can like do other stuff with your calculator.
Yeah, so I think you did minus 10.
Listen, like,
And
I feel like
oh
headphones in there and be like,
No,
ooh, but.
You probably hit button, you probably hit button.
How that make it sound extremely stupid.
it's not actually out.
Okay. Now, unfortunately, that was nowhere near the confusing thing.
Awesome.
That's great.
This is, here's the deal. In order to use the graphing calculator to find the
It's
answer,
still there right
in order to use the graphing calculator to find the answer, you have to be able to find the exact place where that parabola crosses the x-axis. Okay, which, because of David, it's not going to be an exact place, because if it was an exact place, we could just use solving by factoring, but now, so you have to be able to try to figure out where that exact place is, and this is how you go about doing that. Listen carefully, if I can remember, because I had to look it up, because I have absolutely no idea what it was. Okay, you are going to look for, okay, follow these steps here, maybe I should write them down. Okay, you are going to hit the button that says trace. I hope. I might have to go back to my YouTube videos.
X is 0, Y is 7.
Wait, Mr. Ron, what am I supposed to do so it's
What's
not
that?
working?
7 and 1.
Yeah, I did that.
I have 0 and 7.
That's what I got.
I have
Zero
You
and
got
seven.
2, yeah.
Oh, whoa, that's so cool. Yeah, it works, Mr.
Now, yeah, but here's what you can do. Okay, what you are looking for, listen. Okay, you are looking for, and as you push these buttons, it traces your parabola and it gives you the points where the dimensions are. In other words, where x is negative 1.27 and y is negative 4. You want to know where, in order to find where it crosses the x-axis, you need to know where y is 0. Okay, so you got to get to a point where y is 0, and what you'll notice is if you trace it, it never stops at y is 0. No.
With the singles function.
It stops at x, where x is 0.
0.5
Maybe.
negative 1.
Okay, we're close to that anyways. So in order to do that, you have to push these buttons. And I gotta figure out which one it is here. We might actually go back to my YouTube video. I gotta look and see what button it said to push.
Oh my, it's still not working.
Right.
Wilson.
Is your window open?
Yeah.
So my first name is
What says error window range? Or was it?
Yeah, there's a calculator.
There it is, okay.
That one is
Alright, in order to get the exact point there, listen carefully because you'll never get this. Even when I say it, half of you won't get this, so I will go slowly. Because as you trace that, it won't stop there. You need to tell it you want to find the zeros. In order to find the zeros, you have to push the second button and trace, and you'll get this screen. Second, orange button, trace.
Yes.
Orange button, trace.
It's actually yellow.
Okay, and you are looking for the zeros, so you go to number 2 and hit enter. Okay, now don't do anything, please, until I tell
That's pound.
It's
Okay.
asking me a question.
you. Yes, it
It's
is.
a round
Mine says
question mark.
invalid DIM.
Yeah, because yours isn't coming up on the screen.
Said you're
Now,
dead.
what you are going to tell it, what you have to tell your little calculator, when it asks you for left, it's asking you for the left boundary that you want to look at, and then it'll ask you for the right boundary that you're going to look at. So you need to, first of all, you're looking for this point first. You can only do one point at a time. Okay, so you have to tell it to look where to look, the boundaries to look where that 0 is. So the first thing you want to go is you go left until you cross the x-axis. it doesn't matter where, like right here. See, I've crossed the x-axis, I am left of it, so I can use that as my left boundary. Now, do I hit enter? Sure. And then I have to cross that same x-axis on the top side of it, so I'm on the other side of the x-axis, which is right there. That's gonna be my right boundary, and hit enter. And then, I told it one point on left of my x-axis there, and one point on the right. And then it says guess, and you are telling the calculator to figure out where it crosses the x-axis between those 2 points. And I hope if we push enter, it'll say y is 0 and x is something there.
Nope.
Yes, it does. I got 0. Y is 0. So one answer for that x is negative 0.9. That's where it crosses right there at negative 0.9. Don't worry, I'm going to do it again, so if you didn't catch it, I'm going to do it all over again for the other side.
No, I mean, I don't understand.
I don't understand
Let me do it again. Starting from the, alright. There's my graph. Ready? I'm going to look for this point right here. Woman, of all people, you were helping Ankins, everything was.
I know, but
Oh,
my setting.
it's got an error.
I don't know.
Negative 3x plus 5x. Did you try erasing it all, just retype it?
Yeah, I did.
The email said be cancellation.
No, mine says plot. Window, negative 10, 10, 10, 10 scale.
Second, okay. And then which one is that?
I don't know.
No.
Did you say?
Yeah. I'm not far. I didn't have to do it.
I don't know what to tell you.
That's right.
We'll give it to Taylor Rice, what's wrong with this one?
I don't know.
Okay, do that.
That email said be cancellation.
Did it?
It said for the athletic.
It might be, who knows which one it is?
Be cancellation.
0. I can't. Alright, this one more time here. It doesn't mean it was today's meet, it might be Saturday's meet because of all the rain we're supposed to get. Alright, here we go again. I am looking for this point. So I need to tell the calculator to look. I give it a left side and a right side to look. So I hit that second trace. I am looking for the zeros. I'll push 2. Okay, I am going to arrow over until I get over here somewhere close, like right. This is going to be my left side. Wait, did it do it? What'd you
Yeah.
push?
When I went to go to Y, I unclicked plot 1 and it worked.
Alright, so I'm on my left boundary, I push enter. I then arrow over till I get to the other side of the, where it crosses that x-axis, I hit enter, that's my right boundary. And then you hit enter because it's going to guess what my little, it does a little thinking. Oh, y equals 1e negative 12. That's what I got.
That's
what I
got. guess.
What I'm guessing is, that's awful close to 0, where y is 0.
So we're gonna assume it's 0.
Wait.
Well, and you'll know, the book gives you the answer there, by the way. If you look at the book, it says the solutions are 2.6, which is what we got there, and negative 0.9. So you've still got the same answer that the book got. It
I
just,
got 2.5, so.
yeah, when you round that to 2.6.
Oh, you rounded it?
Sir. They rounded it to the nearest.
Wait, how did it from there and it
I
goes
don't
into like
understand
escape?
how to get.
I thought we were going
Wait.
You did it wrong. So I know.
I'll do another one, Claire. Let's find another parabola to do. Look at practice A on page 673. Practice A, I'll write it here so you can see it, and then Claire will go through the whole spiel one more time.
Okay, go.
Practice A, 3x squared
I know this, I can do it.
minus 147 equals 0. Ooh, that's gonna be interesting. Which it already is solved, you just need to plug that into your calculator. So,
Like for minus, do we put like
Wait, how do you,
negative or
wait, do you just put
minus?
plus 0?
Minus or negative?
you should be able to skip the plus 0x, I would think, and just put this in there and it should graph it. Is that the right problem? Did I read it
It's
down?
straight up.
I like it.
Oh wait, no, that's math.
It's equals 0, we need to add.
Yeah, mine is straight or.
No, you
Oh,
realize
what?
that. Watch it.
Mine is like, it's like a fat little.
Mine's
I got that too.
I'm gonna see what happens here. We might have to change some settings.
Oh, jeez.
I'm just like a fat line.
X squared.
That's three squared. You
Hey,
could just press clear.
Mine's
You could press clear. and
It's
then-
done.
I thought I did 3
What?
X
It did mine, it's just very, very
squared
big.
It all got the same thing as you.
minus.
Oh,
It's like it's starting to be large here.
Yeah, that's what me and Zelda got.
Yeah, me too.
That's what I got.
It's really.
Now,
I'm zooming out.
This, listen, this is why it looks like 2 straight lines. It's because, see, the thing is, we are zoomed so far into this graph that you can't see the rest of the graph.
I got
This
like a
goes
little
way
back.
down here and way up there. If you wanted to see it, the whole thing, you can go back to that zoom, window, zoom, what was it, window. And if you change your settings to like minus 30 and positive 30 and minus 30 and positive 30, you get a bigger view of, a wider view of everything you're seeing. When you see this, you are only seeing this part here. Now you're looking for this part right here, you're looking for it crosses the x-axis. Actually, you can count it because it actually works out even. I did this for David's sake. But if you wanted to make sure that you were for exactly right, you hit that second trace, looking for your zeros. Go to the left side and to the right side. I don't know if I can trace, where's my, it might take a while to figure out where this guy is. It'll be coming into view pretty soon because my x is negative something.
There's no line on my video.
There it is.
Okay, we need
I
to.
found it.
Wait, this
Alright, y'all gonna need to have me,
Can you please,
change the settings, cause I got this like.
what do you do?
Mine still doesn't fit.
Wait,
Yeah.
Yeah, we did it.
What do you want me to do?
Alright, I got negative, I got negative 7.
Listen, I put it at,
Oh, you can see your.
negative. Listen, I put it 30 and negative 30.
Where's my?
It still doesn't end up on the graph.
No, it's like a really tall one.
Well, this is what makes it. By the way, stop, listen, hey. The reason why negative 30 and positive 30 won't work because you can tell me exactly where it crosses the y-axis.
It's frozen.
It crosses at negative 147. So for you actually to get your whole parabola on a thing, you'd have to go to negative 150 on your, to set those window parameters. If y is negative 150, you'd see the bottom of your parabola. Now, Madison Willman wants to go one more time on what we do here. Let's do another graph, a different one.
Wait, I think my calculator is actually.
Oh, here's one, problem letter F. That's when you have to go to your calculator. Letter F.
Round to the nearest 10.
Yeah, I'll show it to you.
Madison, we will get there on this one. Negative 7x squared.
What graph did you put in?
I didn't.
Plus 3x
This isn't working.
plus 7 equals. Got that one?
Yes.
Plug that in your calculator.
We don't need to.
Wait, do we actually do equals fx?
No, because it gives you the fx.
What?
Y is fx. It's all the
Wait,
same
but do we
thing.
put minus?
That's
Ron, your windows are all messed up.
Negative sign.
Wait,
Negative.
Ron, what?
Negative 7x squared
Oh
plus
my goodness.
x.
Oh my gosh.
Error. I got an error for the one on the right.
Wait, can you show the windows
Yeah.
Oh, but that one I got on.
Go to window.
First
It's all
one is
negative, it's just negative 10 positive 10.
No, it's not, that's 10. One.
Do you keep doing it?
Flip a third.
Yeah, you got that one right.
Woo! I don't know how to play this. I got it, but I don't know what to do after the graphic.
Okay, back to this for Madison because she was playing with her thing there. You may want to write this down if you didn't catch this. Okay, you are looking for the zeros, which is where it crosses the x-axis. You want to find this point and that point.
Okay.
Okay, you have to tell it what window to look at, and that's when you do the second trace. And tell it you're looking for the zeros, because that's what those points are called, zeros.
Wait, I put 0?
I pushed 2. Your choice, you do 1 or 2, I pushed 2, so you go pick one.
Okay, I got it.
Or arrow down to 2 and hit enter, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
So now, for this to find this point, you have to tell it what left boundary to use, which means you need to be left of where it crosses the x-axis. So you need to arrow over till your little cross thing is left of the point that you're looking for, and now it is. No, I could go down another one, as long as it's left, probably,
Guess, I need one.
and then you hit enter. Then you've got to do the same thing and go right of the place where you're looking for. So I got to arrow up so I'm above the x-axis and hit enter. And then, so you go, it's arrow right or left, don't go up and down arrows, it's right or left arrows.
When it says guess, what do you do?
Enter, because you want it to guess. Which means you want it to do its
Eight,
calculation.
8, 4, 1, 5, 8, and then last.
So, that is one answer, which is 0.8, that's the left side.
Negative 0.8.
Yeah, you want y to be 0, because that's what it is. Negative 0.8 is one answer. I'm gonna do the other side. It's the same thing on the other side, you need to second trace, you're again looking for the 0, but now you're gonna do it over here. So you have to be left of where you want it and right, left bound and right bound. So you gotta come over here to the left side. Oops, I would put that as 1. Then I gotta tell it what right side to do. Put that as 1.
1.2, 3,
And then guess, calculator, guess. There it is.
1.23.
It's because you're not grabbing like.
Wait, I
right,
did
left,
something
right.
with mine.
You need to be left.
No, there's a line on the X.
No, I was doing the same.
Oh, I got it now. I totally don't grab the bottom.
No, I didn't think of this calculator.
Yeah, mine says error.
Second trace. Zero.
Do it again.
Now, so put that there, so what point are you looking for, that, for that?
Right.
Okay, so that's the same for that. So, on the left
So I
side.
hit something.
Okay, so you need to be, your first thing is it's left bound, you need to be left of that. Push this arrow. So your little thing is left.
Three.
And then I went right
Oh,
down.
so somebody from the top one.
Wait, hold on, what you did? No, but like, you know, you did right. You didn't.
What?
So we'll try it again.
This
Alright, so let me see.
No, you're the first people.
No, actually do it out and then do it. It's not good.
Do that or not? Why are they canceling? It says error.
Oh, I thought you meant like 2 days. They actually get really
No, no, you need 1.2. I suppose we should write down those instructions.
I read
So, okay, so it's like really hard to understand. I just understand it, 'cause I don't know why, but I just grab it.
Alright, one more, do problem number 8. Problem number 8 from lesson 100. Put that in your calculator and give me the answer to that. Problem number 8.
It's just on the opposite
Meanwhile,
side.
for David, I'm gonna look at that email.
Yes.
Which one is it?
What do you say? Secret items.
That is this weekend.
Yeah, do we press?
After looking at the weather,
negative
consulting a
rights?
few of the schools, we've decided to cancel our meet for this Saturday. It will not, I repeat, not use the latest forecast. Saturday shows northeast winds at 10 to 12 miles an hour with a real field temperature of 35 degrees until 11 a.m. All possibility of showers. With cold temps and safety of athletes is our biggest concern. Nobody wants to stand out in the cold. I want to thank everyone for the work we've already done to register the pair. First one canceled in 29 years.
I did
No,
agree.
one
They were in
didn't cancel.
Mine didn't go
Now, if it doesn't come up, go ahead and change your window. Where is it? 7. Go and change your window to, I would go 20, negative 20, negative 20 left, negative 20 right, or 20 right, negative 20, negative 20. What? No, don't change the ones, just leave the ones. Just change the how wide your graph goes.
Oh, I see.
In the middle.
Does it come up?
Wait.
Oh, yeah.
You have to put in the minus
Very
zero
small.
x, because there's one, no.
No, you shouldn't have to put in a minus 0.
Hey,
Well, I
You can change one parameter.
Oh, okay, wait, no, you said the thing to me.
There it is!
So you just change them all to 20?
You said
Wait, but then how do you get those?
So what are the answers?
No, what? I don't know. Mine
I
is
can't
zero.
tell, it's so small. Oh, it's still really small, dude.
Mine is zero.
You can't get over it.
Wait,
Now-
yeah, no solution.
There's no-
Yeah, no
Thank you,
solution.
it's no solution because it doesn't cross the x-axis.
Yeah. Mine is nothing.
Now, what you could have done, you could have moved your window because you know it's way down at the bottom. You could have made your y, the max for y, if you changed your y max to, if you changed your y max, the highest your y to be 0, and the lowest your y to be what, negative 40 maybe?
It's not working.
Would that get your graph in the thing more?
What am I supposed to change?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
What are you doing?
What is?
Okay, maybe.
Oh,
What was the problem, negative 7x, what?
Minus 10. How do you-
Negative
Like 7x squared.
I got it.
squared.
Wait, what's the y meant?
Forgot the 7.
Is that negative 40?
Squared minus 10? That just means you're looking
Not all
at
the
the
windows are rendered?
But it would still be no.
Yes, it's gotta cross the x-axis. See, calculators do not necessarily think like that.
Makes life fun.
Did you change your window?
Did you put minus 10?
Are you fun?
Wait.
That's the reason I'm not-
Mr. Zeke,
Oh, on the right.
we're not really doing anything.
We're graphing.
Look like a device where you can rent a pipe locator. Yep. I was trying to find. Well, it picked up on water lines. Drainage out of my truck.
Hey, for tomorrow, you can do problem number 6. It has a calculator and you have a calculator, so I figured.
That's not fair.
We have
That's fair.
Just one problem?
I don't.
Just
Yeah,
one.
Wait, one problem?
Wait, so you have to
That's too hard.
type it twice.
Oh, six.
To get a T. No, just, hey, people, it doesn't matter what letter they use in the problem, you always use x squared. Don't try to put a T in there, don't try to put an M in there, just use
Oh,
x.
so is it just like Y? Like if there's two letters, like
Yes.
Y?
The H would be the Y, the equal thing would be the Y, and all the other letters would be the X's.
And then you round to the nearest 20.
Yes. Now you have to make sure you're answering the question they ask you, it may not be this problem. You like.
Oh, yeah, I'll get out of math.
Boys.
Yes.
Unless you want
It's
to.
like, it's like.
Oh, girls, Mr. Zeke's looking for 8 people?
What is
I'll do it.
Oh, Cabron, Alex, Taylor, Schwartz, Kala, oh look at Wilson, none of the boys.
Atkins.
No, what are we doing?
Wait, how many was that?
What are we doing?
Where,
Atkins.
Marco?
Big view in the west side.
Wait, so
West
do
side.
West
American.
West side, order rate.
You can ask them how that works. Yeah. I should, well, I haven't seen the bird.
What's like interesting?
Oh, is it?
Figure out why.
So,